bring back Republican Congressman Doug Collins, ranking member, House Judiciary Committee. Sir, good morning to you there on Capitol Hill. Game it out for our viewers. How does this go from here?
Well, it's good morning, everybody. I think what we're gaming out here is the final prelude of what we've seen in the House. And what has been interesting about this is the Speaker Pelosi has held these articles now, trying to include some kind of leverage over the Senate. But I think what's happening is, what I'm even hearing from some of the senators now is this afternoon we have this vote. It'll be a very quick debate. It'll be a short vote. It'll be sent over this afternoon. And then the real interesting issue becomes, because most senators, and I've had actually a chance to talk to Senate staffs and others, have not followed it as closely as, of course, we've lived it in the House. So I think when they start seeing how bad this case is, when they start seeing how weak these articles of impeachment are, and how they have been driven by simply a motivation to disenfranchise this president and to take him down, I think they're going to have an interesting perspective and a point of view, and I think that will even affect how they deal their trial. But that'll be for them. But for now, this is now moving into the final stages in which we can now hopefully put this sad part of history behind us.
The Democrats have a different view. I know you've heard about this. Here's Denny Heck, a Democrat from Washington, on new evidence. Watch here.
We've also had additional information come out that completely underscores the importance of having witnesses and documents come forward. So nothing but constructive purpose has largely been served by this tiny delay.
There it is. Nothing but a constructive purpose served by this tiny delay. They're making the case that they've got more evidence, sir.
Well, look, they try to dump evidence, and we've seen that over the weekend from Lev Parnas, who is indicted right now on campaign finance issues. The Justice Department is handling that. I expect Attorney General Barr will continue that process. But let's think about, what did they actually gain? None of these, quote, new information, none of the things changed the basic facts of what they were trying to say, is that the president forced the Ukrainian president, or pressured the Ukrainian president into doing something. At the end of the day, the interesting part about this, it changes nothing except about the facts, that there was no pressure, there was no instant thing that they had to do for the money. They got the money, and we move forward. I think these are the problematic points for the Democrats. I would say the same thing if I was my colleague. I would say, ooh, this helped us. But at the end of the day, if you had such a weak case, trying to bolster it before you go to the Senate is not the way to embolden the American people to believe you had any reason to start this to begin with.
Well, Lev Parnas, you mentioned his name. He worked on behalf of Rudy Giuliani, and who knows what he was doing in Ukraine. Are you suggesting that information is not consequential?
No, we're still going through it. Again, this is another example of the House, from our Judiciary Committee perspective. We had this dumped to us last night. They had it over the weekend. They chose to hold it. It shows what we've had a problem with all along, with Adam Schiff and Chairman Nadler and others not following House Resolution 660, was how they were supposed to handle all this stuff. They're still in violation, by the way. This is something for American people to realize, that we're going to send articles of impeachment over that we were supposed to have in the House, and yet are still in violation of the own resolution they set up on how to handle this stuff. So I don't, their concerns about new evidence and getting new material in fall on deaf ears with me, because they have so trashed the process to start with.
Let's see whether or not those witnesses come forward in the Senate side. Nancy Pelosi, we'll see her in an hour. This is her latest tweet, one of them anyway. The president fought tooth and nail to keep thousands of documents away from the public. And no wonder. Each time new pieces come out, they show President Trump right at the center of the effort to pressure Ukraine to investigate his political rivals. Respond to that, sir, quickly.
What I respond is that Speaker Pelosi and Adam Schiff and Jerry Nadler ran the other way when they had every opportunity to subpoena documents, they had every opportunity to negotiate with this administration to get those. They turned and run and then tried to blame the president. That's not the way this works.
Doug Collins, we will see how it moves forward in 50 minutes from now.